Uh, okay, so we're now in the last question. So the last question, 6.1, is create a program which will create a text file called age.txt and append the following values to it, one below the other: 23, 76, 65, 43, 26, etc., etc., etc. So, um, so I've went ahead and I've created the program. So you've included F stream. So the thing is, um, just just please don't forget to state using namespace std, because if you don't state that, then it will sort of expect you to do this. If you don't state using namespace std, even when you're declaring your your file stream, it's still going to give you an error because it's expecting you to to include the std. So if you're not going to say using namespace std, please do not forget to include the std and those semicolons. So you said output file stream file, we've declared our file.open age.txt, and then you started appending values into our file. So how do I know that my file is opened? So if I go here and I say age, there is my entire file. So let's just go back here. Let's go back here. No, not that one. So now we're here, and so we've, included our function headers and etc. So we've declared an integer age, and then sum. So we've declared the double, the average, and then count, and then we have the input file stream, which is file. File.open, right? What are we opening? The age.txt. So if the file is indeed open, so this is what it should do. So forgive me, but um, what I forgot to do is to throw an error message, right? An error message, file not opened. I forgot to throw an error message. Pardon me for that, right? So if the file is indeed opened, then it should do the following, right? Whilst file, right? I've taught you guys how to use this. Whilst file, and then this input operator, age. So now whatever is in the file, is in the age.txt file, is going to now be appended to this age variable. So now I also taught you guys this, the get line, where we're gonna have file and then our variable, right? And then our variable. So now the reason why I did not include that, or the reason why this wouldn't work, is because if you guys remember the get line function, it allows us to basically retrieve string values that have spaces in between them. So maybe your name and surname. So it is primarily used for string variables. It's not used for integers or whatever. So it would not work, or it would not be relevant to our case here. So you'd have to say file and then use this guy. So now we're saying see out, not see out, but count, we incrementing count, and now we're saying sum is equals to sum plus the age. And so now we're displaying the age, and so we've thrown our error message here. And so as you come down here, now we're saying the average is equals to sum divided by count. So count, if we have, say, 10 contents in our age.txt, then count will be 10. So I just used that so that we can easily automate this whole process. So now we have the sum is, and then the average is, and then we've closed our files. Please do not forget to close your files, and don't include the file.close inside of your while loop. And so this is what we get, right? This is how your program is supposed to look like. So I hope you guys did actually try this out. I know my response was a bit, later than usual, but the reason why it's a bit later than usual is because I wanted you guys to actually attempt these things. Because if I had, say, released this, these videos hours earlier, then I know that you guys would have probably not even attempted it at all. So, yeah, just hope that they are, helpful towards your study.